By the way, someone in the chat asked, what is cis? A cisgender person is someone who identifies with the gender that they were assigned at birth. So if you are a straight white male that was, or you're a straight male that was born a male and you still feel comfortable identifying as a male, you are a cis male. If you are a woman who was born a woman and is still comfortable identifying as a woman, you are a cis woman. All right? People don't like that term because they think, oh, why do we have to like amend language to include trans people? Because trans people exist. All right? Yeah, you're cis. We need a word to describe you cis people. You weird people that are like okay with like being put into gender boxes. That's fine for y'all, but like we at least need a word to describe y'all so we don't get y'all confused with us based and epic pilled people who realize that gender is a fucking social construct, okay? No thanks, I don't take any labels others prescribed onto me. Sorry, but you don't get to choose, all right? You're a human being. That's a label. You don't get to choose whether or not that's ascribed to you. You are, if judging by your picture, you are a white male, or you're at least a white person. You have white skin. You don't get to choose that. You're going to be labeled a white person if you have white skin, or if you have European heritage. Yeah, like, no, I'm sorry. You don't get to say, no, thank you. I don't accept the label of cis. No, it's a descriptive term. All right, it's a term that defines something. It's not a label. It's not a label that you get to choose or wear. Like, I decide to identify as a cis person today. No, it's a way to describe something that exists. Okay, you identify as the gender you were assigned at birth. You are a cis person. You don't. You're a trans person. That's it. All right. It's the vast majority of people that aren't trans. That's why it's not enough to specify you're trans if you are and assume everyone else is cis. And isn't the goal in the end for it to not matter? The fact is it does matter right now. We live in a society where gender is a thing. That's not just disappearing anytime soon. And it doesn't matter if the vast majority of people aren't trans. That, okay, the vast majority of people are cis. That we still need a word to describe that. Because there's more and more fucking trans people. You can say the vast majority of people aren't trans, so like whatever. Like, okay, there's more and more and more and more and more people that are fucking trans every fucking day. There's more and more people that are coming out that are feeling more and more comfortable being who the fuck they are. Yeah, they're in our society. You can say, oh, vast, whatever, fine. Doesn't change the fact that they're still everywhere. We're still gonna see them. They're still part of our culture. I'm part of your culture, whether you like it or not. I exist. I'm trans, and we need, if language was not equipped to accommodate that, the English language, there are other languages, by the way, that treat like pronouns and shit like completely differently. That like these things are less of an issue in other languages, but like in the English language as it exists, all right, there was a gap, which actually, when was the term cisgender even? I'm pretty sure the term cisgender is not even all that new. It's just become normalized now because more people use it, because there are more let's see, come on, someone used the term cissexual in a peer-reviewed publication in 1998. Cisgender has its origin in Latin derived prefixes cis, meaning on this side of, which is the opposite of trans, meaning across from, on the other side of. The usage can be seen. So wait, yeah, it's not even like it's a unapt word to describe. Like, yeah, you're on this side of gender, right? You're cisgender. You don't cross over in any way. Why are you offended by being labeled that? Not even like, why are you offended by being described by that? Is that really like on the top of your list of shit to work? They want to say I'm cisgender. They want to label me accurately as what I am, and I don't think I should have to be called this thing, even though I'm probably never going to run into a situation where I actually have to have this word used to refer to myself, unless I know a lot of trans people. But as long as I'm like, I'm just offended by this word because it describes me and I don't want it to. Well, I'm offended by the word human. I don't like that it describes me, you know? I don't want to be described as a human. You know, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like Homo sapien. I'm not a Yeah, it has the word homo in it. I don't like it. I don't want to be described that way. Fuck you. I'm sorry, words exist, okay? Primate, yeah, primate. I don't like the word primate. I'm not a primate, bitch. Don't fucking call me that. I don't care if science... And see, you legit sound like a Christian, by the way, when you do that, because that's literally the same argument that Christians use for, like, well, they're trying to say that I evolved from a monkey. Like, yeah, mammal, there's another one, yeah. Science, a lot of the times, discovers words or sometimes has to create them from other words that exist in order to get an idea across. You don't get to decide what words describe you in any given language. You want to decide that? Go make your own language, okay? Like, that's literally your alternative. If you don't like the words used to describe you, go form your own society, build your own language, and start. You don't have to identify as cis. You're still cis. Just like I don't have to identify as white. I'm still white. I can say all I want that I do not identify as a white person, but too fucking bad. It's what I am. That's how language works. Yeah, so you're trans then? Damn. That's based, yo. Happy for you. Congratulations. Like, what is this? What is this, like, what is this hill some people are willing to die on? What does it matter to your life? What does it matter that there's a new word that wasn't used to describe you previously, but now because trans people are more prominent, different languages wait, don't, are you just literally gonna I literally just looked up the etymology of the word. A made-up word from the 90s is yeah, it's not a made-up word from the 90s. It's a word that has similar origins as a lot of other words in our language. Latin. Do you know, have you ever learned anything about Latin? I know some people are very and whatever. I don't know a lot about Latin either. I've learned a little bit of it, and you know, I understand some words that come from Latin and what their origins are. But yeah, there's a lot of words that we have that have Latin origins. 2 years of honors in Latin in high school, but okay, then get the fuck out of here. You're being willfully ignorant then at that point. If you're gonna pretend that holy fuck, you're gonna pretend that someone literally using the same the exact same method of coming up with words as we have for millions of other fucking words and phrases in our language, doing so to accommodate a gap that there was, using the same methods, the same means. No one just made up the word. It has Latin origins. So yeah, no, you're literally being willfully ignorant at this point. I'm and just willful, yeah, willful ignorance, yo. It's a disease in our culture. Holy fuck. Yeah, all words are made up. Get out of here. All words. Latin words are made up. The entire English language is made up. Again, oh, I don't identify as a primate. I don't identify as a mammal. Okay. What? Do I look to you like an elephant or a dog or a monkey? No. I'm not a mammal, good sir. Fuck. Oh my god. Cisgender. It doesn't matter when it was added to the dictionary. It's a word that, like, dude. I also hate these people that think they're language purists. Like, oh yes, I only use words that, you know, are in old English that have been in the dictionary for at least 100 years or more. Like you realize every word that we're using right now to communicate with once didn't exist. Every word was made up at some point. Oh my god. Like, no, you're being willfully ignorant. I'm done. I'm not engaging with you anymore. You can you can use whatever mental gymnastics you want to, like, reject a word that's use really doesn't affect your life in any fucking way whatsoever. Again, maybe if you're really uncomfortable being identifying as a cis person, maybe there's something there then. Maybe you genuinely do have a trouble identifying as the gender you were assigned at birth. Yeah, maybe you got to explore that about yourself. I don't know. I can't help you there. All right. But if you are if you do identify as the gender you were assigned at birth, then you are cis, and that's that. All right. Like, and you being against that, by the way, is actively antagonistic towards transgender people, because the fact that cisgender as a term didn't exist for a long time did contribute to the erasure of trans people in our common language. Yeah. And wait. Oh, look at the wait. I was gonna ignore this dipshit, but look at the victim culture. Look at the victim mentality from this person in the chat. An exercise in the cannibalization of allies these last few minutes. Oh my god, blow it out your ass, dude. I'm cannibalizing an ally, supposedly. No, first of all, you're not an ally if you're going to reject language that validates trans people. That's not what good allies do, okay? You're not being an ally. You're being a self-centered dipshit that, like, can't see other people's perspectives. Yeah, that's not like, you're not acting like an ally. An ally to trans people would recognize that trans people have been erased from society, culture, and language for fucking centuries now, okay? Especially here in this culture for fucking decades and centuries and shit, okay? And I know cis is Latin. Wait, I just fucking looked up the etymology of the word. Do I need to pull up the fucking Wikipedia page? Wait, I had it on the screen. Look. The word cis, yes. Cis. Oh my god, okay. Look, cis. Cis means, wait, where is it? The Latin prefix cis, meaning this side of. Yes, it's a Latin term. Just like trans is a Latin term, meaning across from or on the other side of. See? These are words. Again, we might use them a little differently in today's language, but language evolves. Society evolves. People evolve. Yeah. I'm cannibalizing allies. I'm attacking allies. No, fuck you, dude. I'm not attacking you. I'm not how is me describing you as what you are an attack? Like, you don't identify as cis. Literally, if you don't identify as cis, then you're trans. And if you don't identify as trans, then you're cis. Like, until we discover, like, there being a third option there, like, I don't see how there even could be either, because trans simply describes anyone who doesn't identify as the gender they were assigned at birth. So there can't really be a third option. It's either, do you identify as that or not? Or do you identify as something different? If you're trans, then you identify as something different, or a combination of different things. Like, anyway, I've wasted enough time on the self-centered reactionaries. But y'all are saying we have to call ourselves. You don't have to call yourself anything. You just have to recognize that that is the term used to describe people who identify as the gender assigned at birth. That's it. You don't have to ever use the word. Like, most cis people will never have to use the word cis, but I'm a trans person, so I do have to use the word. It's relevant to my life, and it makes describing myself and other people much more convenient. So if you don't want to call yourself that, you don't have to. Yeah, what is it with people being so mad about being cis? Like, chill. You don't have to self-identify as anything, but it's a word used to describe you. Especially, again, I'm a trans person. If I'm talking about me and my trans friends in comparison to our non-trans friends, it makes better sense to say, yeah, these are my trans friends, these are my cis friends, than being like, these are my trans friends and these are my not trans friends. Like, right? We need a word for it. We need a word to describe it. It's not an imposition on you. I promise. You don't have to go around and be like, I identify as a cisgender male. Like, no one is asking you to do that, okay? It's just a simple descriptive term. That's it. Oh my god. Again, just saying you are trans, you are not your birth gender, no need to mark all non-trans people cis, all I'm saying. Okay. Let me explain this to you. This is the last time I'm going to explain this. Imagine you're in an alternate reality where there's no word for mammals, all right? We don't have a word to describe warm-blooded, hairy animals that roam the planet. And then one day a scientist is doing some biological research, and they start to realize a similarity between all the warm-blooded, land-roaming, hairy creatures on the planet. And so In this world, humans have existed for a long time, all right? And up until this point, humans didn't even understand that there was a category called mammals, let alone that they were in it. Now that the word has been discovered, people go, oh, okay, we're mammals. Cool. That doesn't mean you have to identify, I am a mammal. My name is Abel Capri, and I identify as a cisgender mammal. No one's telling you to do that. It's not a mark on all people. It's a descriptive term used to describe a thing that exists. That's it. If you don't like the word, I don't know. That's a you problem. Again, maybe you're not cisgender if you have such a fucking aversion to the word. Now that's just assuming my attention's... What? I'm assuming nothing. I'm telling you, if you don't like the word, maybe there's another reason you don't like the word. Maybe it's just irrational. Maybe you're just triggered for absolutely no fucking reason. I don't know, but I'm telling you that, like, you viewing it as, like, oh, you're marking us as cisgender is completely backwards. Completely backwards. And, anyway, he was responding to my comment. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry you're already marked by the dreaded social sciences. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's not a mark. It's not a label. It's not a identity that you have to wear. It's just, it's another word to describe what you are. You identify as the gender you were assigned at birth. That's it. Okay. The way to describe that is cisgender. Do you want to have to go around saying, I identify as the gender I was assigned at birth? Because that's the fucking alternative, by the way, to the term cisgender, is having to be like, this person identifies with the with the gender assigned. It's hard to even say. It's hard to even fucking say. You are the gender you identify. You identify as the gender you were assigned at birth. Holy fuck. Can we just say cis, please? Can we just say cisgender? Like, holy fuck. I'm not cis. I'm just normal. Yeah, that's, by the way, the kind of problematic language that the term cisgender is meant to correct in the first place. Because the idea that anyone who's not trans is normal. The idea that denormalizes the idea of being trans or gay or LGBT or whatever. Like, the idea is to realize that it's not some crazy abnormality, that it's just a thing that exists in society. Some people identify as the genders they were assigned at birth. Some people don't. We have terms, categories to describe these two different types of people. That is it. I said that earlier to a different person in the chat. I don't know if this person was here when I said that, so whatever. I'm willing to explain it again. Yeah, dude, it's literally the same thing as being hung up on being called straight because you're not gay, which, by the way, I'm willing to bet that if you go back far enough, I don't know when the term straight was invented in relation to sexuality, but something tells me that for it to have been normalized, at least in a common language, that terms like gay needed to exist first, because we didn't know that there was a category of being straight until we realized that there's also a category of being gay, right? That's all it is. Like, for a long time, we thought, oh, men like women and women like men, and that's that. And then we realized, oh, no, there are some men that like other men, and there are some women that like other women. So we're like, oh, well, I guess those people are gay. Well, what about the people that aren't gay? Oh, well, those are just normal men and normal women. And we went, wait, no, that doesn't really work, right? We can't just go around calling people, oh, well, you're normal and you're not normal, right? We got, okay, well, what's a name that we could give to the category of people that fall in that aren't gay? Straight. And by the way, nowadays, a lot of people, I bet you when this was like newer, that people were more reluctant to identify as straight. I shouldn't have to call myself straight just because fucking gay people exist. How many fucking gay people are you going to meet in your life? When is it going to be? Why should I have to change my label and call myself straight? Yeah, now a lot of fucking straight people are straight and proud. And they go, nope, I'm hella fucking straight. But yeah, okay. If you have a problem identifying as cisgender, then you should also have a problem identifying as straight. And yeah, that's gonna be my argument from now on. All right, I'm done. I'm done arguing that point. Yeah, from now on, just if you have a problem with cis, then you need to have a problem with calling yourself straight too. Otherwise, fuck off. Cause holy fuck, yeah, reactionaries, lol, fucking annoying. If you have a problem with cis, too bad, because that's the term that everyone uses now. Yeah. Why cis? Why not?
Pile in my throat when I see a fucking note. I don't want to fucking choke. All I need's an antidote. When I die, so she wrote. And from what I eat, then I must be not